Hi everyone, welcome back. So sorry I haven't been around for a while. I think my last video was about a month ago now, so apologies for that. But everything's been growing really well this year. It's been a really busy summer. So I'm going to give you an update on all my pre-bonsai and bonsai projects that we've been doing. And I'll show you a few other things. See my sunflowers behind me there. Other bits and bobs, so I'll just give you a little update. We're about halfway through August now, 2025, so it's been quite a good year. I'm right at the back of the garden now. Like I said, it's been a pretty good year. I've had loads of raspberries off the raspberry canes. All the sunflowers have done quite well. Biggest one's about 9 or 10 foot. And I've got some of the red ones as well, which I will show you. I've got a few of the sickly trees up here and my little seedlings and a few other bits and bobs. A couple of grapevines up the greenhouse. And the rhubarb I cut right back. It's regrowing now. All the sunflowers along there, the birch tree, little hedgerow that we planted there, gonna prune that back soon. Empress tree there. And all the other trees, which I will show you. So these are the red sunflowers. Evening Sun is the variety. And they're supposed to be quite a small variety, but they've got quite big. They're about 8 foot tall. And there's a few more heads, flower heads, which will grow soon. See the bees on there, they love them. Some of the other ones, the taller ones, are just about past it now. The birds have already been at the seeds. You see there, which I don't mind. I'll hopefully be able to save some of them for next year. That's my biggest chestnut tree there. It's doing really well. Japanese maple there. That's my birch bonsai. Needs pruning again. That's all grown since the last pruning. So we've got the Chinese juniper there that we repotted. That's a yew. That's the staghorn sumac. More little chestnut trees I showed you before. The Japanese maple forest that we did is in there as well. That's a Chinese elm. And one of the little oaks that we did. That's done really well. We never did get any growth on that branch, but plenty of other new shoots to work with. That's a walnut. And the little spruce forest that we did. Even the little rhododendrons recovered. These are growing nicely. A few of the other ones, I can't remember which ones I've done with you guys and which ones I've just cracked on and done by myself. So if there's any you want to see, just let us know. that one there is the big, what was that one? I salvaged that. Magnolia, finally remembered. So that's the big magnolia that we did. I have pruned it a little bit here and there, but I've tried to leave most of the new growth to harden up, and then we can decide what we want to cut. There's other things. That's a little spruce Christmas tree. The hawthorn seedlings are in there. They dried out a bit, got a bit crispy, but they're recovering now. We've had a few little heat waves here in the UK, so some things have dried out and suffered a little bit, but I've managed to keep on top of the water pretty well. The little oaks are there, and more Japanese maples. That one died off a bit. I'm hoping it'll still come back. That's that little Rose of Sharon. The size of my squash plant. It's actually planted all the way down there, and it comes all the way up. There's a squash there, a couple more. There's a big one there. It goes all the way up there. It's about 20 foot all in all. Actually goes into the little birch hedgerow. There's a few tomatoes hidden around in places where I've just planted random tomato plants and not water them after, so that sunflower got the top munched by slugs, and it regrew 2 new ones, and then the third one's come up from the bottom, so I thought that's pretty interesting. And that one's done pretty well there. So, hopefully I've showed you most things. I haven't showed you in the greenhouse. There's not much in there other than some tomato plants. So, doesn't really make a point. I might briefly show you. I've just noticed we've still got a couple of nectarines on this tree, even though it was really badly infected with some sort of fungus. It seems to have recovered now, and I think I've got to treat this in the winter so it doesn't get the fungus next year. What's this? I saw another one. Ah, there it is. So we've got 2 nectarines on that tree. That's the goji berry there as well. Suffered a bit, but it's growing. Little empress tree cuttings are suffering a bit, but again, still surviving. Monkey puzzles are in there somewhere, and the little oak seedlings. You can see a hazelnut. So I'll update you again shortly and try and do some more videos when I come to prune things and repot things. Like I said, if anything else you want to see, let us know down below in the comments. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. So I've just walked down to the other end of the garden to show you what's going on down here. So I've got a lot of fruit trees down this end. Those are the apples that we worked on. Tied them up. And the Japanese larches are in there. And the Rowan trees. And that the 2 cherry tree stumps are there, growing like mad. The magnolia from the other side. Chestnut and maples. More oaks and hawthorns. Another empress. It's the little spruce that we worked on. The hazelnut. Various other things. These are the 2 wisterias and the little flowering cherry cutting that we put in there. Hospital bay. A few of the birches are come back, and sycamore. And so all that's in here is tomatoes on this side, doing quite well. And some peppers. A sweet pepper and a chili pepper. The orange trees that I've planted in there. Probably need a new pot at some point.